Hey, so it's good to be here this morning, and I am going to talk to you about overwhelm. Now, we all feel overwhelmed at certain points in our life when we feel like we've got too much going on, or perhaps there's too many other people's problems going on around us, or we've taken on too much. Do you relate? I'm always taking on too much myself, and I've had to really learn to put things down. But the problem with that is that it involves an element of my personality, which is really difficult to get over. And I think you might relate to this. So when I say no to people, I can feel guilty. Do you get that? Now, if you do feel guilty when you say no to people or say no to things or feel like you should do certain things or you should be able to do everything, then you are probably a people pleaser. So have a little think about that. You may be a people pleaser. Now that sounds really kind of like a derogatory term, doesn't it? But people pleasing is something that we do because we don't feel good enough ourselves. So we put ourselves out to support other people or to help other people, or we change our truth, so we don't speak our truth because we want to please other people. And that is what people pleasing is about. And what that means is that you lose the being authentically yourself. You lose that being in your own, who you are. And we all deserve to be authentically aligned with who we are. But often that can get, it can get taken away by society. There's so many expectations, isn't there? There's expectations at school, there's expectations from our parents, there's expectations all over the place. And what we do is we conform, which is a not natural human thing to do. Of course you want to please the people that are around you because we want to be liked, we want to be taken care of. So it's a natural human thing that's going on. But as I said, it can become detrimental because you lose your own authenticity through that. And when we're not being who we truly are and how acting in a way that, or expressing our true needs and how we truly feel, we can start to feel anxious and we can start to feel depressed because we feel like something's missing in our lives. So perhaps you struggle to say no to others at times, or you feel guilty for not putting others first, or you struggle to relax until you feel that everybody else is happy. That's such a common thing. It's just like, well, I need to make sure that this is sorted and that person's okay. And you don't feel that you have permission to relax yourself. And you then start to feel perhaps resentful because you realize that nobody actually notices this behavior that you have, the way that you go out of the way to help other people. And eventually that starts to grate, starts to get you down. It's like, well, I don't feel appreciated, I don't feel cared for, I don't feel loved. And that can be really upsetting and can lead to depression and anxiety. So this people pleasing, this kind of putting other people's needs before our own, or just because we don't feel good enough, we want people to accept us, so we behave in a way that we know will please them. That's called people pleasing, and it can be really difficult to change that behavior. Often we've had that behavior installed in us, or we've installed it within ourselves through no fault of our own, throughout our lives. So I'm just going to give you a couple of questions to answer to yourself. Just think, to yourself, to spend the day thinking about reasons why you need to please others. What's that about? Is it because you want them to like you? Is it because you want to be seen as a person who is like the head of the family, or who is doing well? Are you worried that you'll be judged? Or is it just you have this kind of expectation of yourself that you should be the one who sorts everything out, because maybe that's been the expectation on you throughout your life? And then just think about if there's another way that you could react differently. So, for instance, saying no, or saying something that is actually controversial, not agreeing with people, actually saying, no, actually, I need to do this for myself first. Actually just saying, no, I need to take time out. So say, for instance, you know, you've got a busy family around you and they've all got demands on you, you know, want you to kind of cook meals or be there, or, you know, they've got friends coming around, they need you to kind of be in the house. Actually just say, no, I can't do it today. I've got to go and do this. So put your own needs first. Just give that a go. See how it feels. You'll probably feel guilty, but the more that you do it, because the reason you feel guilty is because your brain will tell you that it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you may be rejected. You may be rejected from the tribe. That's our prehistoric brain telling us that, you know, if you don't fulfill your role, you will be rejected from the tribe. And that's a really powerful feeling. So you could be rejected from your family, but hopefully your family will understand. They might be a little bit resistant at first. Certainly I've been through that myself with my own children, whereby they were, whoa, mum's being a bit boundaried, or mum's saying no, or, you know, and then the expectation was for me to run around and help everybody. But actually, you can stop doing that and they will adapt. And everybody knows that it's not realistic for people to take care of other people all the time, but they get used to it and they like it. So they don't like when things change.